terminated.
I do chicken. I've been waiting for this. I'm not doing anything fancy here. Nothing wild. Nothing crazy. And I'm warning you right now that this character is gonna be difficult to master. I've got a pretty good idea of how you're supposed to play Chloe, but it's gonna be a while before anybody's actually able to pull it off. This is gonna be the right way to play Chloe. Let's go over the abilities first. If you already know what she does, just go ahead and skip to that time right there. Otherwise, let's just jump into it. I'm going to be skipping all the extra stuff in the tooltips, like the numbers and stuff. I'm just going to be telling you flat out what the ability does. But first, we can't even talk about Chloe's abilities until we go over her passive. Here we go. Chloe's passive is called Living Marionette. Basically, Chloe is always linked to Nina. Doing 3 autos with Chloe makes Nina's next auto do extra skill damage. You can move Nina independently from Chloe by using Alt-right click. Also, Nina has a specific range that she can go away from Chloe before she gets teleported back. If Nina dies, she eats half of Chloe's HP after 24, 22, and 20 seconds depending on rank to revive her. Nina has her own stats that scale depending on what level the passive is at, and she also gains 2/3 of Chloe's stats. Okay, yes, that was just the passive. Now we can actually talk about Chloe's abilities. Chloe's Q is Nina on command. Basically, this makes Nina do a spin that does damage and slows. Chloe's W is Puppet Theater. Chloe channels an AoE spin that does true damage and slows. You can recast the skill to throw a projectile that does a little bit of damage and blocks movement abilities. Nina will then blink to the projectile and perform a knockup that also does damage. You can then pick up the projectile to get a small boost of movement speed. Chloe's E is Seam Ripper. Chloe does a spin dash that does damage to enemies she passes through. You can then recast this skill to have Nina dash towards Chloe. Also, if Nina hits somebody, it resets your Q. Chloe's R is Soul Link. Using this ability, cleanses all CC and debuffs on you, buffs Nina, buffs Chloe, and also makes your chain tether to Nina do true damage. Not only this, but doing damage to Nina also does damage to Chloe and vice versa. The damage is reduced to both of them, and you have to kill both of them in order to kill Chloe. Yeah, that's the summary of the abilities. It's kind of hard to summarize them quickly when most of them do 2 different things. And now for the builds. I did a crit build, a CDR build, and a skill damage build. I didn't have too much success with the CDR build. It kind of just felt slow to finish, and your E resets your Q anyway. So, I went into the practice mode to test the difference between a 100% crit build versus a just skill damage build. All in all, the crit damage build does do a little bit more damage, but this is assuming that you get the autos from both Chloe and Nina. I think that if it were possible for Nina to actually get to 100% crit chance, it would be a reliable build. But as she only takes 66%, I don't think it's worth it. So eventually I just settled with a skill damage build. It's called Azure. It's a little bit slower than a 3 zone. It says 5 zone, but you only need 1 item, and it's only the accessory in the last zone. So it's really not even a huge deal. In regards to the new augments, I kind of just like going with the tankier stuff. I feel like the offensive stuff, you don't even feel it really in the game. So I use this page mostly. It's called Unkillable. The main thing is that when you press R, it gives you a heal. Let's move on to how to actually play Chloe in-game. I'm going to say right now, Nina is coded so much better than like Daisy or Tibbers in League of Legends. Nina is smart enough to attack whatever you're attacking, even spam clicking she knows to finish autoing and to continue just attacking. And also, it's coded so well that you can animation cancel. And that's actually where the core of Chloe's gameplay is to animation cancel Nina's attacks. So I think as an optimal initiation as a Chloe goes a little something like this. You initiate by dashing in with E. Make sure that Nina is autoing at least one time. As she does her auto, cancel it with a Q cast so she can immediately auto again. Then recast your E to reset your Q, let her run back up and auto, and Q cancel the auto once again. Start channeling your W spin, and let Nina keep attacking. And then as she starts to attack, cancel it with a W throw because she will blink to it. As soon as she blinks, you can start the Q, which will cancel her animation of her doing the knockup. But the knockup will still happen. And then you throw out your autos and wait for E to come back up, and then you cycle the whole thing over again. The only time I ever press R is when Chloe and Nina are low HP. And especially since Chloe is brand new, this can really screw people up. Of course, this is like super optimized fight pattern. But there you go. That's the right way to play Chloe. Insert obligatory YouTube stuff, you know. But I'll see you next time.